this was an accident. Just like this film, it wasn't supposed to happen. We started making a movie about everyday people. Then we discovered these guys, and everything changed. We learned these aren't stunts. It's more profound. This is creative expression and freedom at its most fundamental. They taught us that it was okay to see things differently, to realize the beauty that can exist in each moment. We followed them to the edges of society. It's opener there in the wide open air, and we started to see things from their perspective. Started understanding the rhythm and flow of their reasoning. Eventually, we learned their philosophy, the thing that drives them, and it changed our lives. All they want is to be and to last. This became a film about people in motion.
So I did martial arts through most of my life. I started out taking karate when I was a kid, and then I got into mixed martial arts after high school, and I was studying Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and Muay Thai, and I was really focused on it for a long time, and then I started having seizures when I was 19, and it sort of turned my life in a different direction. I found out that I couldn't get hit in the head, or it could cause me to have a seizure or die, bad things. So I couldn't drive a car anymore. I started spending a lot more time on my feet, and the martial arts mindset allowed me to transition into parkour really easily. Once I learned about parkour, I could kind of apply the stuff that I learned from martial arts to it. And anybody can do that. We all come from different backgrounds. Like this guy did gymnastics his whole life. This guy did taekwondo. I did martial arts also. Some people were break dancers, and you can kind of see that influence
that as well
on everybody. And but it's not. You can't really define it. In my opinion, I don't think you can really define it as like a martial art or as a form of acrobatics, because it's really an art of all movement.
Yeah. Sure. Yes.
How big was the car?
It was a mini, like a not even a medium sedan. Like
It's a little sedan, yeah, little rental.
But we had a bus. We had a short bus out to Burning Man.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
What would you guys give as recommendation, I guess, or just to anybody who's new to it, where to start out? I know we've had this question right before, and just so that whoever here hasn't tried it before come out for a session, to know where to start, just so they don't hurt themselves starting out.
Here in San Diego.
Yeah, we have a really big community here in San Diego that's just open to anybody. It's San Diego Parkour. We have a website, sandiegoparkour.org. We mostly communicate through Facebook. If you just search for STPK on Facebook, we have sessions at Balboa Park every weekend. People just kind of show up and they learn from each other. It's open to anybody. It doesn't cost anything. Children, adults, all ages. The only thing is you kind of have to be responsible for yourself. You're not paying us to teach you anything. Other than that, like you can go to gymnastics classes. You can go to places that have sort of a more comfortable environment to try new things, and then try and apply it outside.
Yeah, I would say if you really want like something just that you could do at home or anything, when you're walking along the street, just walk on a curb, and try to stay within the lines, or just something with really, really low risk. Just experiment with what you can do. Like one of the best ways is just start having fun moving around. Like what did you do as a kid? You just rolled around randomly, or did you try to cartwheel to see if you could do a cartwheel, not for any purpose, but through that process you will inspire yourself, and you learn that you're more capable of things than you really think. And from that, you'd be surprised how quickly you'll find your path.
Yeah, there are some like basic movements that people start with, like precision jumping and wall runs and whatnot, and use this as a framework. But in general, just learning how to move naturally, just kind of going back to, like Paul said, that child's mindset of interacting and exploring your environment. And I think that's like where everybody should start.
At play, look at it different. You see a chain with a post, and I don't know, think about jumping over it. And just start looking at your environment different, and that'll kind of help you if you kind of look at something as more of a ramp, you know, but you know, just take it easy. And like we said, we went through so many progressions. A lot of these kids will watch and they're just trying to do the heaviest skills they can, just the biggest stuff, and just impress people right away. But they're forgetting their base, and you really need the most solid base first. And don't worry about doing 1,000 rolls. You need 5,000 or more anyway. So you need to do these things over and over again until they're just second nature, and you don't even have to worry about it. And then things are going to become easier, and you're going to move to the next skill, and you're going to see something, you're going to meet somebody, you're going to be doing, somebody's going to see you, and like, hey, what up? And then they're going to bring you into another crew, you're going to meet some other people doing that, or whatever it is, coming out to Balboa Park and hang out with us sometime.
We got time for about 2 more questions, I think. So,
What's the oldest age of the person that you've seen or trained with?
me personally, 50. Outside, not in a gym. It was strictly outside, real
That
parkour.
one guy,
Yeah, he came to the
was
session.
55.
Yeah, he's been a jogger all his life. He had more control in his jumping than some of the kids that we had at the session.
Yeah, he was in
And it
great shape.
Yeah, it was incredible.
He only trained for about 45 minutes and then kind of took off after that. Like, he didn't have the same stamina that the younger guys did, but anybody can do it. You just have to know your own body.
Yeah, it really is more about the mindset. Like, don't worry about if you can do something that someone else can do. It's just what can you do, and how much fun can you have, and how much can you learn about yourself through what you can do.
Did it feel fun?
Yes.
So, how much time did we spend reimagining a new space and getting acclimated to a new environment?
Good question. Let me put it this way. Like, I've trained at Balboa Park as part of the sessions for about 6 years, and I've never really gotten bored with it. Like, we've gone through phases, but as you just keep going to the same spot, it's weird. You'll look at the same 2 rails and 2 walls or whatever, and you suddenly see yourself doing something new on it. And it's weird. I don't know why. It's not an active effort, though I tried to imagine what I could do here. I don't know. It just kind of happened. We call it parkour vision, but.
But I would assume in the film, since you guys were in new environments all the time,
Oh, right.
you guys probably had gyms like the
Sometimes you just see it.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just like, you go up to it and you go, oh, I'm gonna do this up. Like, you just see it. It's kind of just because of all of the background we've had going on. I mean, there's just, you have a vision, you just have this idea that comes to you, or you watch him do one thing and you're like, oh, I want to do this. And it plays off of each other. I think we played off of each other with things and, you know, environments, and I might be looking at this corner and he's like right behind it and there's a completely other thing over there, and then I don't know.
Yeah, it really comes from knowing yourself. Like, once you know your capabilities and what you can do with your own like body, and just knowing that, a wall or a little table or a bench or whatever, if it's around the same height, you know what you can do on that, despite what the obstacle itself is. So I don't know, seeing even new things that you try it.
I think it's definitely a little more challenging than just being at a place that you've been training since you started. Yeah, we would go, we'd have a day, maybe 2 days at the most in each location, and so we were really kind of pushing ourselves to use our vision and to find out what we could do, the best things that we could get on film.
You guys like build on each other and be like, hey, that's cool, we have this.
Oh yeah, we all
definitely.
Yeah,
There's
every
always
scene
that
pretty
playful
much.
spirit. Yeah.
Yeah, there's stuff you don't even,
It's
that
not
you don't even see
competitive
in
in
there.
that sense. It's really like like he said in the film, when somebody else accomplishes something, even if you've never done it, you kind of feel it vicariously.
Yeah, we got really stoked out on each other, just nailing stuff, and I don't know, we feel the adrenaline. I mean, I get pumped when he's about to go. I mean, I'm feeling adrenaline. I'm getting that.
I don't like it.
He likes to mellow out and like be completely zen before he goes, and I like to get pumped and just go as hard as I possibly can and nail it. But each of our styles work for us, and we create some type of artwork out of it.
Yeah, that's cool. I think the main thing is just to remember to have fun with whatever you're doing and keep looking at it like a child would, not falling into your like habitual views of what something is, and just like kind of reopen yourself to life again. And but
Do you have any
anyways,
more questions? Like any last?
Take me one more. Hi, well, just want to say we appreciate you all coming out like a lot. It means a lot to us, and I'm glad you like saw this, and hopefully you take something away from it. So
Yeah, spread the word, guys. Tell people so that maybe we can get some more.
Share the video.
Yeah.
Yeah, like at pinpays.com, you basically get a link and you share the link, and whenever someone hits the link, they can download it, and the minimum you can pay is like $1, and we're not worried about profit. We just want to spread it, and if you really don't want to pay $1, you can download it on Pirate Bay for absolutely free.
Or now that
we
you-
put it on Pirate Bay on our own. You can torrent it, and just we're
It's a lower resolution version.
Yeah,
Because if you
Yeah.
if you pay for it, you get a CD and like.
or a Blu-ray depending
Well,
on
you
what
get
you want.
you get 4 digital downloads, so you can put it on 4 different computers or whatever you want. And I mean, we can talk to Shaw. He's a guy that's helping us out with the REI showings, and if you guys have been to one of the showings, I'm sure we can figure something out for you.
Is there a schedule online? Because I have people in Seattle and
Is it on
Colorado
People in
Springs.
Motion on Facebook? Is it on that page?
I'm not sure if it's on the page.
We do have a People in Motion like Facebook webpage, and we can.
So a schedule might be there.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
can
you can
definitely
at least
look on that.
post on there and ask.
Oh, okay.
There is there's a group, a Facebook event page for
Okay.
the REI screening in Seattle right now. So people are already talking about it and planning
Oh,
to go,
okay.
just like there was one for this one.
Oh, okay.
I think you'd have to search for People in Motion Seattle or
All
something.
right.
And you can communicate through peopleinmotion.movie.com on the page right there, can't you?
I'm
Is
not
there
sure.
All right,
communication
I'll
to
find
that
it.
anymore?
Yeah, I'm one of the admins on the People in Motion one, so I can
Okay.
post.
All right. Great.